A caregiver walks into the library with their child and asks a question. Bé của tôi 14 tháng tuổi, có loại sách nào thích hợp để tôi đọc với bé không? And the response they get, oh, câu hỏi hay đó. Để tôi đi hỏi cô thủ thư nha, cô ấy sẽ tìm ra vài cuốn cho. This brief exchange about what age-appropriate books to read with a 14-month-old child reveals a lot about our library community in San Jose. The caregiver with the question is one of the thousands of parents, grandparents, aunts, uncles, neighbors who take care of young children and visit the library every day. And Vietnamese is just one of the languages spoken in San Jose, along with Spanish, Mandarin, and literally dozens of others. So who was the person who greeted them and answered their question? That person was a library link, a bilingual volunteer who is able to cross the language and culture divide between where the library ends and the caregiver begins. The Library Link program was actually inspired by one community member, Ellen, a grandmother from a library story time who was always stepping up to translate for her fellow caregivers who spoke Mandarin and Cantonese. But like the city of San Jose itself, library links have many different faces. There's Geeta, who speaks 5 Indian languages and taught art, music, and English in a children's home. There's Hua, who studied Chinese literature and translated many of our storytime books into Chinese. And YT brings her incredible interpersonal skills to the library, gained from working with all walks of life at her church. But the two things they all have in common are the incredible skill to navigate between 2 or more cultures and the deep desire to help their community. So, as a library, what can we do with this embarrassment of riches, with these people who have a lifetime of skills to offer? Well, as a first step, we created a new volunteer role. Or more accurately, we co-created a volunteer role, the Library Link. We work with volunteers and they co-create and collaboratively design what their role looks like, shaping it around their own unique strengths, as well as the impact they want to make in their community. When we do it this way, we learn about our community's strengths and passions, not just its needs. Library links act as a two-way channel, sharing library resources as well as uplifting community voices. Our initial surveys show that our caregivers learn more, participate more, feel more comfortable reaching out when the library link is present. But what's more, they say they see their culture reflected in library programming. And that representation is so incredibly important. When I was a child, I wish I didn't have to choose between the language my family spoke at home and the language I saw reflected everywhere else around me. My own Vietnamese skills, my connection to my cultural heritage would be so much stronger if my grandmother's language and her voice and her culture had had just as much of a place at the table. So, in a library that's full of stories, library links encourage people of all backgrounds to add their own stories, to participate, to join in on the conversation, to be asked about their own ideas and experiences, to be told in no uncertain terms, quý vị đã đến đúng chỗ rồi. You're in the right place. Cho nên quý vị đừng có lo. So don't worry. Quý vị thuộc về nơi đây. You belong here. Thank you.